everybody. Welcome to World Technology High School's first English debate. We have two teams here, and today they're going to talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of using social media. And by social media, I mean all kind of social medias, like it could be Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or even TikTok. So if you're ready, we can start. And let's start with Arda and Yiğit. Let's start with your team. First, I will want you to introduce yourself, and then you can start sharing your opinions. After you, the next team will do the same. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
My name is Arda. Today I'm going to be defending social media and how it could be a good thing to have around.
All right.
Yeah, and my name is Yiğit. I'm 16 years old, and I'm gonna defend social media with my friend Arda.
So, who would like to start? Arda?
Social media can be a good thing to have around because in an event of like what's going on now, a quarantine, maybe there's a disease going around, or for example, earthquake. It can be a really good tool for communication, really, like quickly communicating with people.
Yeah, and you can speak internationally on the other country free. You can't do it on the phone because you need to pay some money. But you can speak free, and you can text free on social media, and that's the advantages.
Okay, how about you, Enver and Ozan? Do you have anything to say in response?
What was that?
Do you have anything to say in response to what Yiğit and Arda said?
I would like to say using internet communication is something that people rarely do. Mostly people get carried away and they end up using the internet for other things, and they use it for too long, and which eventually leads to addiction, and they overuse it.
Okay, here we have addiction thing.
Can I speak?
Sure.
The talking to people from other countries is great and all, but it can also lead to bullying, which can also inevitably lead to depression and other diseases, mental illnesses.
Yeah, but that's about the people who's gonna use. They are not saying you have to use it and you need to use it. They're not saying you need to use it. Every people can use it, but it has maybe his psychology weak. He cannot use it. It's not forced to use. They're not
even if it isn't forced.
What did you say, Ozan? Come again? Come again, Ozan.
Even if it's not forced, in a general discussion like in Reddit or Facebook, people can still insult other people, and that sort of thing. It can happen anywhere. Even in private messages, they can just come at you. You don't need to start the conversation.
Yeah, but it's not. You really don't need to use it. You can use your news app, maybe like maybe you can buy a newspaper to get some news from the world. It's not. Yeah, you don't need to use it.
In today's time, people on the internet targeting, especially children, like predators, and there's people on the internet who are specifically targeting people to just bully and harass. Back in the day, when there was when people used to use the internet less, the bullying rates were lower because you would only get bullied maybe if you went to school and you saw at school you'd get bullied. But these days, it's so easy for the bullies to target people on the internet when there's so many people that they can, with a click of a button, they can easily bully.
Yeah, maybe you're right, but maybe you don't know about the policy about Instagram and Facebook. There is an age, like you need to be. You don't. There is not the people for under age of 13. There is a policy about it. It's about the bad parenting, maybe.
And social media sites actually have a system in place that you can block others if they actually start harassing you. Like with the click of a button, you can actually just block them and never have to talk with them again.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not actually it's pretty easy to create a new account and then continue messaging the person they're bullying. So, for example, you can actually create a private account on Instagram.
Yeah, maybe you can accept their followings like only your friend.
So I just like to say that we're going to be debating the disadvantages, obviously. And firstly, social media and the internet can significantly lower self-esteem and self-value, as well as make people feel lonelier and dissatisfied. In 2013, studies from the journal PLOS-1 discovered people who frequently used Facebook were lonelier and had lower self-esteem, and they felt less supported. In contrast, people who spent less time on social media felt more fulfilled and confident. Additionally, when people post photos and videos on social media, they create a facade of an ideal life, and life is not perfect. However, social media portrays a perfect, flawless life. In effect, this creates envy and dissatisfaction in one's own life. Also, people become so dependent on others liking and viewing their social media posts to such an extent that they begin to value themselves solely on these compliments. And this is dangerous because when they don't receive these compliments, it lowers their self-esteem and self-value, which can lead to depression. People are too busy trying to find the perfect post on social media that they miss out on enjoying the moment, while neglecting family and loved ones to impress others online. In short, without a doubt, social media negatively impacts people's social, mental, emotional, and even physical well-being, making people feel unhappier, dissatisfied, lonelier, and devalued. Thank you for listening.
And that was a long one.
Yeah, that was a long one, but I can do a long one and with reading. Maybe I need to take a notes and reading from somewhere. Maybe
Well,
it's
you
like
can
a
do
cheating,
it,
but
actually.
I didn't know that rule.
Okay.
I know that we can go freestyle, like free use it, but I didn't know that.
Okay. Who
That
might
is why I
answer
didn't take
that? Arda or Yiğit? Arda, maybe you.
Efendim hocam?
Well, no Turkish. And I talked about a research, and he talked about self-esteem, the destruction of self-esteem. So, what would you like to say about that?
Self-esteem is basically how a person thinks about themselves. Self-confidence, stuff like that.
Yeah, if you're not that confident, you don't need to use that app. We don't force it to you. If you need to get some news about the world, you can buy a newspaper on the grocery store, or you can use a news app. We're not forcing to use it. If you are a weakly minded person, you don't need to use it. There's just that easy. Maybe you can talk like so many, but my answer is so easy. You don't need to use it. We are not forcing to you.
This is an effect. Eventually, when you first start using social media, you might just start viewing people's posts, seeing that, oh wow, this person went on this holiday, and then eventually, after some time going past, you want to impress others as well. You want to go, okay, I want to go on that holiday, and then it's a cycle which is created when you also want to do the same things which you see on the internet. For example, also creating this facade, and then others see you do it, and then it becomes a cycle, and eventually people are feeling low about themselves and unhappy.
Yeah, you need do you know the movie that names Social Dilemma? Did you heard about it on
I've heard
Netflix?
of it.
Yeah, the time of the 2000 beginning of the 2000s, there is a developer from Facebook, and they say like before, we need to make post photos, and they are gonna like it, but they didn't know that they are gonna depress people, and that's about it. That's the problem who use it. That's the problem about people who use like weak. If you are weakly minded person, you don't need to post anything, or you don't need to check out your followers and compare to others. That's my opinion. If you are a weakly minded person, you don't need to use it.
The reason there's social media influencers is because they influence, it's in the name, social media influencers, they influence people, and you might see something online and then you want to do it yourself. And this creates like envy in most people when they want it for themselves as well, because most people, when they see things online, they want to copy it and do it themselves.
Not all people want to copy it. Maybe they're not. They're not saying that post like me, post your photos like me, just be like me. They're not saying about it. They're just um, getting. they- They're just normal people like ours. Just have much more followers and much more people know them. They have not difference to difference us.
All right, I have to cut it here. Maybe we can hear more from Arda and Ozan. We can change your point of view and talk about something else.
Yeah, always Enver and me talking.
Yeah,
Arda and
we have
Ozan
to change
are,
this.
yeah,
Arda
they
and
need
Ozan are
to,
listening.
they need to object.
Yes, Arda.
Uh, Social media does not force you to post every good thing. You can just post stuff about comedy, maybe have an advertising for a store that you open. It can really help build a career. Some people actually make living through social media, like money. They can buy houses after this. Um, it's not all about just the interaction. People make money out of it. As social media actually will own 13% of the global ad spend in 2019. According to a Zenith forecast, Zenith, a media agency owned by Publicis Media, predicts global social media ad spend will grow 20% this year, reaching $84 billion.
Yeah, that's the advantage about the social media. You can make money, and
Another
that's
disadvantage of the internet is actually viruses and scams. People easily get tricked on the internet by scammers who try and get money off them through fake ads, and they put viruses into your. It's so easy to scam people these days because you can just put a virus into their laptop or computer and steal their information so easily. With a few clicks, you can easily steal heaps of information from people these days.
that's about the internet size, not the social media. I don't see a scam or a virus in Instagram or Facebook. I don't see any viruses on the social medias. In the internet's websites, you're right, but not on the social media.
I mean, you can get actual viruses from social media. They will actually just say unreleased game. You can get it from here or something. I'm just uh, a little, off topic, but you can actually get viruses really easy just by clicking a link or logging into your own account.
Yeah, you're right, but not on the social media, on the
If you want
internet
to talk about
websites.
social media, then why don't we talk about how children are being catfished by people who are like older men can easily put on a profile, for example, on Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp. You can easily put a profile of someone who looks like very young and someone who doesn't even look one bit like you, but you can easily trick someone without even having to use your own photo into like very bad things. Especially kids these days are being teenage girls are being catfished by old predators online.
Well, at that point, it kind of comes down to the parents to kind of oversee what their child is looking at, how much time they're spending on it, who they're talking to, and most social medias actually has age restrictions. You cannot be on them if you're above, let's say, under 13. You can't get in there.
The main group of people who are being catfished actually, and the predators are actually targeting people between 13 and 18, the teenage, the kids in teenagehood. So, and they're allowed to access social media. And about your point on the parenting, not every single parent can manage every single thing people do, their kids do on the internet. It's very hard because there's heaps of things you can access, and no parent can actually manage every single thing their child does.
Yeah, but there is a contract about when you open account about it. There is an age limit, and when the kid must be read the contracts that he accepted. That's about the people again, and
you can actually you just put a fake date on there for your birthday. Like you can pose as a 20-year-old when you're like 10 or 12.
Yeah, but that's about the people. How we can stop it?
And that's kind of just like violating the terms and service of the social media. That's not something you should be doing.
Yeah, they give you the warning about your age or something, and if you keep doing it, how we can stop it? That's about the bad parenting and the people's problem.
Most people on the internet don't follow those age restrictions. It's so easy to download Instagram, even though there's an age restriction. You can easily press 2 clicks. You can just press allow, sign up, and you're logged into Instagram. It's very easy for anyone to access it, and you can't say that it's the rules. It's the rules. Everything has rules. You're not allowed to use drugs, but people still do it. It's not like just because there's a rules, people aren't going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
Let's be honest, no one really reads the terms of services. Even parents probably don't read them or look at. It is actually bad parenting, but a child can actually get on. If a child has the internet, he has access to everything on there.
Yeah, but how we can stop it? Give us a solution, and we'll do it. How we can stop the people? How we can stop 11-year-old
to talk about the negative parts, not how to fix them.
We can use the country's ID if you want to. But
we're naming the disadvantages. We're not telling you how to fix it.
I'm just waiting for a solution if you have problem with this.
I'm here to talk about the negative sides of social media and internet. I'm not supposed to give solutions. I'm supposed to talk about the negative parts of the internet.
Someone might start using Snapchat, Instagram to message their friends, but then eventually it can lead to other things like they could accidentally contact a predator, or they could they see other influencers post, and then they start getting jealous and envy, and then they see, like, for example, Instagram. There's heaps of people posting thousands and millions of photos every single day. So when as a teenager, especially seeing these photos, you might feel low, and you might feel that you don't look like them, and you might want to look like them, and you start getting this jealousy, and then eventually you feel bad about yourself, which leads to depression.
I would also like to talk about the catfishing more, a little bit more of this. Let's just continue. There have been incidents where catfishing has led to murders and kidnapping. It can be used to attract a person from the internet and allow them to meet them in person. The person catfishing can lure a victim to a place to be kidnapped or hurt in another way. Catfishing has also been a new way to sexual predators to interact with their victims and possibly harm them, creating another threat. These sexual predators have fake identities to talk to teens, allowing them to get close to them so that the victim will trust them. This then allows for the predator to get information from the victim, to use said information to blackmail them and potentially harm them. An example of this was the unfortunate murder of Carly Ryan in 2007.
Yeah, it
Well,
caused
there's
so
only so
many
much social media can
deaths,
actually
but
do about that kind of stuff. The internet is a dangerous place. I will admit, it
but
is.
yeah, it's like the world. It's dangerous, but you need to stay like nice. You need to stay safe, but we can't stop it. It's like the life.
Would it be better if they always monitored us 24/7? It wouldn't. It would actually cause more problems. So there's an extent to that they can
Yeah,
go.
everything about is the person that how we get how's the friend how's his friends or how he friends he is getting. It's about the people's choice, and we can't control them. It's about the people. We just give them and we just improved the world, like communication or getting some ads about the product that you didn't know maybe can help your normal life. We just improving it, and we can stop and we can control the people.
Like, for example, take our current situation. Everyone's on lockdown. People can't go to
Yeah,
their jobs. And eventually, everyone started selling online clothes, merchandise. It's a way to make
yeah,
quick money easily in a situation like this.
yeah. Our goal is like that. Give him a good ad, like the place that you didn't know, or the restaurant you didn't know, and nearby you. That's our goal, but we can't stop the trolls and the other um, people that harms the internet.
And
And
that's
that's
why what's exactly is bad about the internet. You cannot stop people from being mean to each other, hurt each other, in physical and mentally hurt each other. You cannot stop it. That's what we're trying to say about the internet. It's an awful place.
Internet's an easier way for people to bully, for people to do bad things. It's just made it easier for people with bad intentions. And as Arda said, that during our situation right now, it's in some ways it's for example, we're doing schooling of the internet, but most people, it's actually harder for the teachers to understand who's paying attention in class, and it's not the same as face-to-face, which helps the students learn easier. But on the internet, you can just turn off your camera and you don't even have to pay attention, and no one, like the teacher, wouldn't even know.
At that point, it kind of comes down to the user. The teachers always tell us to open our cameras so they know they're listening. If a student refuses to do that, or just say, I don't have a camera, it's kind of student's fault for not listening. Social media
Yeah,
just can't forcibly open up their camera. That would be creepy. That would be considered stalking. That's it.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, but you better start finishing because the time is about to be up, and you can say something to support your ideas in general, and then we can end the debate.
May I talk about it's the most obvious thing, but may I talk about internet addiction?
Shortly, yeah. You have like 5 minutes or something.
Okay. A study of Chinese high school students suggests that individuals with moderate to severe risk at internet addiction are 2.5 times more likely to develop depressive symptoms than their IAD-free counterparts. IAD is internet addiction disorder.
So,
Like people who have internet are more likely to get diagnosed with depression and other stuff.
yeah, the social help.
Even
I heard about it, but I didn't search. Like,
even social media, it's actually reduced socializing. It's now these days people are just texting each other. They're not seeing each other face to face anymore. It's and people are socializing less now.
yeah, it's right.
And
But
then
now this time
That's
in a
right.
pandemic situation, how can they talk like to face to face?
Wearing
That's
masks.
why there is an internet. There is the internet advantage. There is a virus like the affects the entire world, and the internet
we
gives
can't
you
talk
the
face to face.
opportunity that you can talk with your friends and your parents maybe if you're out of the town. That's why there's a good thing in internet.
Okay.
Still,
At this point,
No, Emir, Ozan, Arda, Yiğit, thank you. You're done. You must be done because you talked a lot. If I have to say something about your performance, I can say that it was very good. Seriously, it was amazing. I can't tell you which one of you won because I'm not a judge here, or it was no, or it was just something we did to improve our speaking skills. But I'm so proud of you guys because it's so nice to know that I have some students that can speak English so fluently, that can express themselves so confidently. Maybe we can do this again, like with different people, bigger teams, or even a real contest. I don't know, we can talk about it, but I enjoyed it so much. And I hope you feel the same way. So,
Yeah, but I didn't know that we need to take a note and read about somewhere. I didn't know that. That's why I can't talk really that good.
yeah, some of them did that. You didn't. But
That was a disadvantage about me.
We got a few days before the subject of the debate, so we had heaps of time to prepare for them. So you had time as well.
Yeah, probably Yeet also searched something, but he just didn't take some notes to read.
Yeah, I searched about it, but I didn't take any notes and read about it. That was hard for me.
But it's totally up because I believe that it really didn't affect your performance. It was great.
I actually have like 3 pages of bits that I have full of notes. 3 pages full of notes.
Okay.
Ozan, you should have read them.
That was unfair.
Kinda. But
I will admit.
Yeah, I was
like
stuck.
I said before, it really didn't affect your performance. Yit and Arda, you were amazing. Emma and Ozan, you were also so good. But like I said before, there is no winner here. The only winner is me. Yeah. So thank you so much for your participation and your time and effort. You have no idea how much it means to me. If you don't have anything else to say, we can end the debate because we have 3 minutes left.
I don't have anything to say. That's the only thing I said. It's about the notes.
Okay.
Hopefully, our next debate we can have maybe a bigger team and maybe an audience, or maybe we can call in another English teacher for a judge. Or
yes, I would love that. I would love that.
My English teacher, Beyza Hoca, she can enter, and we have a few judges. And
Yes, she can also
that way
join.
we can. So we have like a few
Mr.
English teachers.
Cenkan Bey var. Cenkan Bey also can join, you know.
Yeah,
We can do something like that. I hope we can manage to do it.
Then
For the next time.
Judges.
Once again, thank you so much for your participation, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
See you later.